Maar dit doen. Oké, gaan spelen toe. Ja. Gaan leeuw op die bak. Ja, wacht nog. Leeuw op die bank, papa.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Hey, and welcome to everyone. We are at Suzuka for what will be an entertaining race. We've got the all the boys out on track. Well, those are out on track warming up. A few of them sitting in the pits as we're just getting ready to get into the event here. It is round 2 of the LNR Icy Veins and Hot Spirits. Yes, we came up with a crazy name. Reason for that is because most of the races is frigging below 0 degrees, or it is boiling hot summer and you're melting your eyes off. So this is where we are at. Let me just see why is there we go. Is that picture not gone there? There we go. Alright, so we are just having a quick warm-up session before we head into qualifying, and if we have a quick run through to see who we have got here in on the grid, we have got Mr. S. Golas, we've got Mr. Ulrich de Jager, as we like to call him. He hates it, of course. He is, as we shall all remember, the current Pro-Am LNR Cup champion for 2024. Yeah. Gaan leeuw op die bank. Vat my voor. So, vat my voor. Gaan leeuw op die bank. Leeuw op die bank. Dad duties getting in the way of talking smack to everyone. Okay, so where were we? Trying to see quickly who everyone is here. So as I was saying, Mr. De Jager, Ulrich, the reigning Pro-Am Cup LNR champion from last season. Then we've got Mr. A. Fenter, who is not family of Paul the Wall Fenter, as well. We almost visited the wall there, but nonetheless, not family. So someone new for us to cheer on. Then we've got Mr. J. Ferreira. Now, this is either the brother or the father to old Terence. Now, we all know Terence drives cuck, so I'm sure his family drives way better than what Terence drives. We'll have to just see how Mr. J. Ferreira does. Then we've got Mr. D. Heyman. That's also someone new. I'm not too sure who he is. So yeah, good to see. Then of course, trusty old Mr. Farmer. There, Mr. Farmer, hopefully he's probably one of the favorites tonight for the W. Then we've got Mr. P. Caputo, who is one of the international drivers joining us for the evening. So welcome, Mr. Caputo. And then we've got Mr. Van de Jeffer, also from the Griffith Racing team. Probably in pursuit of trying to beat his teammate, Mr. Farmer over there. Let me throw the stream up here on my side so that I can see who's talking smack with me, or if I'm talking smack to myself, which is also a very big possibility. Then we've got Mr. Al Uber. We've got Mr. J. Van de Venter, so Mr. VDV, all the way there from the Bay and all the way from the Mossel. But or is he from the George? He might be from the George. I'll have to double check with him. Then we've got C. Thompson, Mr. Gerling. Then good old trusty Terence. Terence is here, and another family member of the Ferraras, the one and the final Mr. W. Ferrara. Hopefully the W is a good sign for tonight. Then another one of the internationals, Mr. Gombok. No idea who this guy is, but he is here. And then one of the fan favorites, Mr. Sun Jen Pillai. Mr. Pillai is here to just make life difficult for absolutely everyone. Big ups to Mr. Sun Jen last night, going side by side racing with some of the boys. And of course, I've got a team. How can I say? He's not really a team favorite, but he is an LNR favorite that is around here. Let's just find him. I know he's in here somewhere. There he is, Mr. Good old Andre Serodio. So, Mr. Adele is making an appearance here tonight to just show us how it is done. I see we've got Mr. Kalen Mawa in the group here tonight. That's very nice. So welcome Pace Motorsport for joining us. Lacquer there, boys. I see we've got some Mr. Varonos. I always screw his surname up, but yeah, that's what I'll call him. Mr. Varonos there from the Greek islands. Even though he's family to good old Mr. Dylan from Dylan Sarkos. So yeah, lucky to see so many of you boys here. We've got 22 cars on the grid, waiting for the server to jump across over to qualifying. It is nice and cold. We've got 7 degrees currently on track, so it is going to be slippery as hell.
Green light, go, go, go.
And supposedly we have got green flags. Let's have a look. Okay, qualifying has begun. As you can see, it is, as we call it, slingshot qualifying. There's 5 minutes. So you're either going to get out very quickly, or you're not going to get a lap in at all. So it will be interesting to see here. Now I'm trying to remember which bloody knoppies do we druk here. Is it the tab knoppy? It's not the tab knoppy. Is it one of these buttons? Because I want to put the other things on. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Okay, it's not that one. Maybe this one. No, this is the views. I haven't done this in quite a while, so let's see here. I remember it's one of them. Is it that knoppy? Is not that one. I don't know what we're doing. Ooh, side view. Another side view. Interesting views. Trying to find. I remember there was a button that you press to see timing and aha, hold on, there we go. There we go. Don't ask me how, what, where, when, but it's there, it's working, and that's all that matters. So, who is currently ahead of the field here? So, we've got Andre in his not normal BMW. He is in a vape Ferrari. He vaped this Ferrari so much that he wishes it was a BMW. Look how sideways he is driving this thing. And it's in qualifying. And the track is green, so there's going to be just about bogger all grip. Grip is not going to be something that they will be known for. This is going to be absolutely freaking chaos. That is all that I can say. And of course, as always, we have our little fun board here. Let's see if we can add it in here. I think we'll throw it out over here. So this is how Andre is going to feel every time he drives and he sees a green track.
Emotional, damn it!
That's just for old Andre over there. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's just see here. Make sure we've got everything that is working. Because if it's not working, we have a problem. Let me just make sure on myself. Oh, my daughter's taken my cell phone, so let's hear if it is working over here. Okay, sounds like everything's working. ACC audio is up. There is talking in the background. Okay, so we have got Andre, who's the first car on his flying lap. I think so. I'm not really sure. St. is probably the first oak here on his fly. Let's see. Let's get to the front of the pack. Who's actually setting a lap here? Because I'm not really sure. So we've got Ruan that's cruising around here, and then you have got St. that's behind him. So they do look like they are currently on flying laps, because my button is not showing anything at the moment. So let's see here. There we go. Not seeing any times yet. I assume once they set their first lap, we will know what is going on. I have not done this kind of thing in quite a while. Commentating has not been part of my job for quite some time. I feel very out of my depth here today, but for the sake of the boys, 22 of these oaks that are here to race, give it beans, give it horns, use it as practice, because there we go. Okay, so Ruan technically set the first lap, and it was a 2:01.2. Then Farmer came through with 0.4 behind, and then De Jager, that, I don't know, forgot how to shift gears or something, 1.5 seconds behind Ruan. That does not seem right. And Andre 1 second behind Ruan. I mean, that's a decent time then that Heineke put down there. He dropped down the gauntlet. Mr. Heyman coming in 0.4 behind. Boys are dropping in times now quick and fast while they are on their second laps. Let's see who's going to come through. Okay, then we've got Ari Venter, who set a lap. There we go, Mr. Venter. You've set a lap there, and he's still learning, if I'm not mistaken. If you see there, if you have not crossed the line, you are not getting a lap. So poor Lucas is getting one lap. Lucas did not set a time. So has Ross van Rossenfeld not been able to set a lap time. Over the line comes Terrence, and Terrence sets a lap in P8. So not the best. Then we've got Avar coming through and Daniel Gerling. So those boys have all come through, and they've set a lap, but not really any respectable lap times in conjunction with what's going on in the grid. Let's see what Mr. VDV can do. Will he set a lap time? Johan VDV sets a lap time, and he puts it in P12. Keep jumping to the pits. Not good. Okay, we're back with Ruan. So Ruan is the front guy. Let's see, it is his second qualifying lap that he's able to pull in. Will he be able to extend his lead? Because we all know that the second lap, so Serodio's already aborted his lap. Seem like quite a few of the boys have aborted their laps already. So Ruan's coming through, followed by Jason Farmer, and Ruan goes a little bit quicker, but is Farmer going to be able to cut that? Let's see. No, Farmer does not cut it. Heyman is not really improving on his lap time. Going up the grid here again, like an idiot. Here comes Heyman. Heyman's coming through. Will Heyman set a lap? Then we've got Mr. Caputo that is coming through as well. And we've got Rob that has not actually set a lap. So Heyman has gotten closer, but hasn't really moved up. He's just gone a little bit closer. Caputo jumps into P3 and jumps Farmer there. Right at the death. Then we've got Mr. Rob van der Heever coming through, followed by Kalen. Let's see what Rob is going to do. They do not improve. Okay, so we are under starters orders. It is a short formation lap here for the team. Short formation. So we have got Ruan Heineke from Griffith Racing in P1. Then we've got Mr. D. Heyman, who is not really known from our side here. So we've got Ruan in P1, Divan Heyman in P2. Then we've got Mr. P. Caputo, Pasquale Caputo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Then we've got Jason Farmer from Griffith Sim Racing in P4. Then we've got Ulrich as well from Griffin. Hey, the Griffin boys are stacking the grid here. I definitely expect a bit more from Ulrich. I'm hoping he pulls out a podium here. I will be rooting for him to do just that. Then we've got Andre in P6. Now, Andre is my man to win the race. I'm going with Mr. Serodio for the W, because Mr. Serodio is Adele. He's going to knock knock, say hello, and he's going to be the oak that everyone's going to be looking for. Then we've got Rob from Griffin Racing as well there in P7. Caleb from Pace Motorsport in 8th. Not a bad showing there from him. Then we've got Terence, P9. Mr. Sheldon Agulas in P10 in his Mustang. Then we've got the international Avar Gombok, who is in P11. Then we've got Cameron Thompson in P12 in his Porsche. Then we've got Mr. I'm not even going to try that, but Veronos, he is in P13 for Chasing Beavers. Now, that is a name I have not seen since the days of console racing. Then we've got Johan VDV there in P14. Then we've got Ari in 15th. We've got Mr. Daniel Gerling in 16th. Sunjin, who did not set a lap, I think. So he's coming from 17th. So Sunjin, I would assume he is going to try and do basically a 17 to first. That's going to be from Sunjin's side. He's taken like a 20-month break. He's back on track and ready to gooi millies. Then we've got Ross in P18. Lucas Hubert, P19. Then we've got Wayne Ferreira and Jay Ferreira. And right at the back, Pierre Pualo Orselli. Yo, that is a mouthful. Cameron did not head drive or something went wrong, but Cameron's starting from the pits. So we will go to helicopter view. We will jump back to, let's say, P5. And let's hope the boys make it through turn 1 safely. Suzuka, the most difficult part is always T1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you can survive that little first sector, you are in for a race. If you don't survive it, you are in for a damage limitation situation right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are just about ready to hit the road, and we are getting set to gooi. As we say, gooi some millies. The boys are ready, and I am ready to go. So here we go. And the boys are off, and we are racing. And already Andre is having a look. Let's see, are they getting through? We'll just jump back a little bit further into the pack. I'll keep an eye on the pack in the front. I'm not seeing any yellow dots. Everyone made it through turn 1 safely. That is absolutely beautiful to see. Let's jump back to there. We've got Mr. Thompson coming through. Mr. Johan van VDV is back in the pits. I don't know why. We've got Divan sitting in P1. Where did Ruan go? Ruan's dropped to P2. Okay, so we've got Divan in P1. So he's jumped Ruan in that first couple of corners. So Ruan's going to have some work cut out for him to try and catch up to these boys to get his P1 back. So then as the timing is busy settling down, I'm just going to give it a moment or two. So we've got Mr. Caputo that is in P3, which is absolutely fantastic for this international guy. We're coming up to the hairpin. Are there going to be some exciting moves and shenanigans happening right here? We've got Serodio that's already moved himself up into P4. You've got Farmer in P5. We drop down. Kalen's up to P7, which is absolutely awesome. I mean, I haven't seen this guy race on PC. Probably the last year at the Africa Cup, which was roughly somewhere in February as well. So far, it looks clean. I'm not really seeing, there's a bit of side-by-side action there from Rob and Mr. Agulas, which is that Mustang is just going to drive away from that 296. There's absolutely no way that 296 is going to catch up. Then we've got Avar sitting in P11. The guy I want to keep an eye on is Mr. Sunjin. Ooh, Avar took a little bit of a weird line there. Sunjin's coming in hot, fast, and steamy, and outbrakes himself and cuts the corner. Takes a little beefcake there on the side and says, thank you very much for that track limit there. Uses it to his advantage and will probably use this to slingshot himself to get past Mr. Was it Aval? Avar. Oh, Avar loses it in freaking Tokyo Drift style. Terence says, thank you very much, I'll take it. And we're back with Sunjin. Let's see, Avar survived. He only lost one spot, which is not bad. Then you've got Veronos there sitting in P13, having a lacquer look. Ooh, fighting that Mustang. The Mustang is definitely not known for its maneuverability. How's it, Tinas? Welcome to the stream, my bro. Matt, you can't race. Whoa, here Eskom said to you, yo, hol, jy gaan nie vanaand race nie. So no racing for poor Matt. Eskom said to him, you will sit and watch the racing via candlelight. Alright, well, we will jump back into the action, and we've got Ari here, one of the new boys running a bit wide. That's probably going to be a bit of a track cut. He's having a lacquer battle there with Wayne. Wayne also a newcomer to the racing. Woo, these two boys are this is going to get spicy. Let's see what these boys are doing. I'm keeping an eye on everyone else. Ari is going deep on the grass. That's not where the traction will be. Ari misses the whole hairpin, decides to take the long way to Durban instead of going to Cape Town. Wayne says, thank you very much, I'll take that. Lucas says, lekker my boys. And Lucas is coming, rubbing his lips, getting ready to take on Wayne for that position. Ari is back on track, going millies. Then Daniel is there in P18. He's still trying to find his way. I love that skin livery that he's got going there. Weet jy, I'm not driving because I'm talking kak here with the Oaks to establish all of their lekker racing. So, we've got Ruan back in the lead. But I will see you after this race, weet jy, because we got to sort out my Le Mans Ultimate. I can't get out the pits. Want ons moet nou na sy Murray Walker luister. There we go. We gotta be a Murray and all. Ek sê, it's the only way, okay? Only way, my boys. Only way is to be a Murray and all. Yes, jy beter oefen vir môre aand. Hoop hy kan beter commentate as race. I think so. I think my commentating is much more smoother than my kak driving. Okay. Ruan has taken back his P1. We obviously missed it because we suck at commentating. So Ruan is back in P1. Heyman needs to get a move on and put some pressure on this out, because otherwise, what are we doing here? So Heyman, make us proud and give old Ruan some beef there, ek sê. Saradia is up to P3, so he's ooh, we've lost someone. Someone's gone. The Oak and the BMW, the international Mr. Pulox or something like that, he's left the building. Okay, that sucks. Andre has now got a clean shot. He's 2 seconds behind Ruan, so he needs to absolutely gooi millies and get a fucking move on so that he can catch these Oaks, so that he can show them how it's done. But look at this, a Ferrari fest is all I'm going to call this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If only the Works Ferrari Formula 1 team can figure out a strategy to get shit like that done. That would be absolutely fantastic, and we'll all get drunk because they for once put the right strategy in 4 years. Hey! Paul moet gaan kak môre aand. Ja, there we go. Niks meer keiserin vir hom nie. Daar was te veel bunny chai. No more bunny for him. Bunny with a honey, ek sê. That's basically what is happening over there. Right. As we go back, we've got Andre and we've got Farmer busy gooing here. I almost thought Farmer was going to lick that stamp and pluck it on that vape car. But he's going for the inside. Serodio is blocking him off. My daughter is trying to press buttons here. Serodio is doing what Serodio does best. Whoa! Farmer is putting it on the inside. Will Serodio give him space? Serodio gives him space. The boys are side by side, and Serodio takes back the inside line and says, let me show you how it's done. And as they are busy having this lacquer battle, you've got Ulrich in the background going, yeah boys, you fight it out, and that just brings him closer. Ruan on the other hand, he's busy pulling away. So yeah, bring me phone. Okay, apparently I need to put a story on my phone for my daughter, so give me 10 seconds and I will be back. We call this the intermission. We will leave you with the sights of the boys here in front, while I quickly sort this out before she has a kick my ass. Okay, cool. Yo. Okay, yo. Iso. Kom, op die voor. Kom. Maar. Dos kijk. Kijk, is het dosso. Kom hier. Iso, iets kijk. Nee, dat is niet goed. Iso. Dos kijk. Okay, intermission is done. I'm back. She's happy. I'm happy. Kalen's done a weird strategy. He's gone to the pits already. So, Farmer and Serodio is having. Oh, and there was someone make a touchy. Whoa, block. Ooh. Almost said a bad word.
And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust.
Poor Andre gets murdered by Palmer. I don't think that was very intentional. It was just one of those bad things, but looky loo. From 17th on the grid, it took him a whole 4 laps. Well, 3 laps. We're on lap 4. And lo and behold, here comes Myth, the smooth operator. Farmer got an Andre. Farmer got an Andre. I think that poor 296 must be absolutely horrific at the moment. But Sunjin should make easy dinner of poor Serodio with his damaged 296. Let's see what is happening. A fit birder back on the grid. Oh, yes, Terrence is sitting lacquer in P7. This oak is he's just collecting positions without actually passing anyone. That's the way to go racing, man. That might be a track out there. Then you've got Veronos in P8, which is a fantastic showing from him in that Mustang. Then you got Mr. Agulas coming through in 9th, followed by Avar, who was doing Tokyo Drift earlier in the race. Then we've got Ross having a gooi battle, very big battle here with the other Ferrara. Wayne, I need to find out from Terrence who's the young one, who's the old one, and who's the wise one. Because Terrence can't be the wise one. Absolutely not. Terrence is definitely not the wise oak. He might be the wise ass, but he's definitely not the wise driver. Then we've got Johnny Ferrara. That must be the senior Ferrara. This oak is driving with lots of knowledge on his head. You can see the way he drives. He is coming with absolute knowledge, I say. If not, we're just going to make it that way. And then we've got Ari here in P14, which is freaking awesome, man. He's having a lacquer battle with Rob here. And then you've got old VDV that has finally decided to actually, well, technically join the race. But I think he's is he a lap down? He seems to be a lap down, yes. They let him go because he's a lap down, which is not great. And then Ari, I think Ari made a mistake again because Ari is now behind those two boys. Then you got Cameron, who started from the pits. Then Lucas Hubert, who also seems to have had a little bit of bad luck. And then Gerling, that is cruising on his own. Kalen, who's already pitted. So Kalen has got his own plans here. And then, yes, then we've got, so VDV, according to the timing, is 2 laps down. Back in the front, we've got Ruan, who is absolutely just driving away from everyone. Like, slow down, I say. 1.6 seconds out of Heyman, and he's almost 6 seconds ahead of P3. This oak is putting down the laptops. It's lacquer. So yeah, then Divan, who is kind of having he's just sitting pretty there. I don't know if he's waiting to see what is Ruan going to be doing. Then you've got Jason, who is now sitting securely in that P3. Then you've got Ulrich behind him. And then the battle of the boys in yellow. So you've got Andre having a broken 296, fighting with Sunjin, who's got a very lacquer looking 296. And these boys better not be fighting too hard because they're going to let Farmer get away, which will not be good for the strategy. These boys need to make a plan for the strategy. But let's go a little bit further back because I reckon here's a nice little battle forming here between these boys. So you got Veronos and you got Agulas and then you got Avar. And Avar, when I check this oak, is sideways. He is the epitome of a drift. Let's see how he goes through. Is this was almost 130R this, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, it's because he's grabbing way too much curb on the inside. He's bouncing that McLaren because it doesn't have any shocks. It's got solid axle steel bars for shock absorbers, just the way ACC likes it. And this oak is more sideways than what a Tunny is on a lacquer Friday night at Presley's. So things are going down here big time. Behind these boys, things are a little bit more calmer, except here where Ross and Wayne is having a gooi at each other. Wayne is absolutely sizing up Ross here. We need to see, and then Wayne needs to hurry up because otherwise Johnny's going to catch up and then they're in trouble. Then Mr. VDV, at least he's trying to just carry on with his race, even though he's 2 laps down, which sucks for him. But you know what? At least the boy keeps going. Rob has jumped into the pit, so we are almost at the halfway point through the race. So it might be a strategic move this, or he binned it somewhere and put it in the wall, which would explain. So, whoa, Ari's Ferrari, BMW looks very second hand. That BMW has absolutely kissed a wall and it did not like it. Ouch. Let's see where we're at. So Lucas, here in 16. Kalen, obviously, he's done his pit already. Girling is behind him. Rob's still in the pits. Rob, that's a long time for sitting in the pits. I think Rob has whacked the wall. Then you got Ruan back in P1. Yo, ek kan nie dit vir jou daar aan sit nie. Dis op die TV. Gaan. Nee, jy moet nou kom slaap. Kom. Kom. Okay. Back here with the leaders. And not much has changed. Ruan seems to have got this 296 dialed in. Because he is pulling away from everyone. Which is nice for him. Bad news for everyone else. Farmer seems to have pulled a bit of a gap on Diago. And Diago has got Serodio and Pelay for company. And then Rob, who obviously did his pit stop. I'm surprised that Sunjin has not been able to get past the broken Serodio. That to me is just, I don't know how that is even a possibility. So let's have a look further down the field. What's happening? Terran's still in P7. Veronos has pulled away now from Avar. And then you've got Wayne Ferreira and Jay Ferreira, who is now... So Wayne has made it past Ross. So you got Ross, who has dropped a position. And then VDV, that is just trying to make up his laps. Stop. Okay, why don't you do this now? Okay. Okay, boys, let's see where we're at. So, Ari has pitted, he has fixed his car, which is good to see. Then we've got Lucas sitting in P13, Thompson P14, and he's got Kalen behind him that has already pitted. Girling that has fallen one lap down. Then Ruan P1, who is still making time on everyone, which is good to see. Heyman has not been able to gain any time. Then you've got Farmer sitting in P3, who has pulled away clearly now from everyone behind him. Then you've got Ulrich, which is 4 seconds behind. And then you've got Andre and Sunjin, who are still basically fighting side by side. Alright. These two boys are just tiring us out. Cannot believe that Sunjin is not able to get past Sarodia. We're down to 28 minutes in the race, and we currently have got Avar in the pits and Mr. Uber in the pits. So that will then clear them out for their 25-second fuel pit stop. I wonder when these front boys are going to start thinking about pitting and whether they will consider taking tires or not. Because you're only going to lose 5 seconds, but you might gain time by running new sets of tires, especially in this cold weather. So depending if Sarodia is going for it. He's pulled an Andre, but Andre is holding his ground. The boys are rubbing's racing, and Sunjin finally gets the move done. That was an aggressive move from Sunjin.
Another one.
Poor Andre must be feeling so sad. So extremely sad. With his broken Ferrari. So now, with Sunjin being released and 27 minutes of this race remaining, will he be able to catch anyone ahead of him? So he is 7 seconds behind Farmer. There we go. So St. John is 7 seconds behind Farmer, and another further 7 seconds to Heineke. So I don't know if he can make up 14 seconds in 26 minutes. It will all depend on, literally from this lap going on, how he lays down the lap times. I see everyone is starting to jump in the pits because we're roughly about at the halfway mark. So it's a 50-minute race, 26 minutes. Woo! That Mustang, keep it to the left, keep it to the left. The boys behind is gonna catch up. Mr. Gerling has kept it safely out of the way of everyone. St. John is now being released by Serodio, and he's already pulled 0.7 out of Serodio. So let's see what kind of lap time St. John starts laying down. Hello, Mr. Skitty. Welcome to the stream. It's a little bit chaos. It's a little bit novice-like, but it's very, very raw. Just the way we like it. So, I, at the beginning of the race, said that I'm expecting, whoa, Mr. Ross van Rosenfeld got a stop-go 30. So the boy has employed himself to have another pit stop. So the top, out of the top 5 guys, well, 6 guys, we got 3 in the pits. So Ruan, the leader at the time, is in the pits. Farmer and Serodia is in the pits. Whether Serodia is going to fix all of his damage, only time will tell. But expecting he's probably not going to change the do anything to the damage to his car, because the car seem to have been running quite well. Let's have a look and see where the boys are. So Ruan just drops down. Ruan is busy leaving the pits. He is going. So now it will be to see if Heyman actually makes up any of this ground. There goes Farmer. Let's see how long Serodio sits in the pits now. No, Serodio drops down. So he definitely did not fix his damage. And Johnny moves into P7 with that. But he and Wayne Ferreira still both need to put in their pit stops. So these is artificial positions at this moment in time. Same with the top 4 there sitting in P1, 2, 3 and 4. Heyman, Pillay, Ferreira and Veranos. In theory, Ruan is net P1 at this stage. So we will see what is going on down here. Let's see. Let's jump a little bit around, see who's doing what around track. So Ruan's out. He's going. Then you've got Wayne sitting in P5. He's having a good clean race. Then you've got Lucas in P17 that has already done his pit stop. Then we're up to Veranos in P4, who has yet to still do his stop. Will he jump into the pits on this lap, or will he be running a bit longer? I do see a bit of damage there on his front splitter and the left side panels there. Oh, he's definitely rubbed some walls. Somewhere he's left some white paint. Is he going into the pits? No, he's carrying on racing. Same with Terrence. Terrence is also not into the pits. So P2 is in the pits. Heyman is in the pits. Let's see. Come on, come on. We're looking for... Where is he? Losing it. Damn it. Ah, there we go. One back. Here comes Ruan. Ruan is coming through the final chicane. Heyman is still showing that he is in the pits. If Heyman did not take tires, he possibly would be able to come out ahead of Ruan and play a bit. Ooh, Heyman is out. Heyman, according to... no, it's close, but no. Ruan's gone through, so Heyman has taken tires. Ooh, Heyman's coming out into traffic. He's got VDV up his backside. Then he's got Ross, who served his stop-go 30. So, Ruan and Heyman has done their stops. Ruan has jumped him, so there's no ways he's getting past them. unless he passes him on track now. Sunjin is sitting in P1, net P1. We've got the two Ferrara boys back in the pits, or going into the pits for their scheduled stops. Let's see if they make it through without any issues. Yeah, no, Skitty, it's absolutely interesting to see. Ruan has been class of the field, which, you know, has not really been expected, but it's a refreshing view to see Ruan putting in the lap times and just absolutely manhandling everyone in this field at this stage. He's been able to class everyone in this field, which is nice to see. So, Duan is currently, in theory, your net P2, with Farmer in P3. We're long way back. I think the question here is, so Sinjin is in the pits. Ooh, Sinjin is in the pits. Sinjin's coming into the pits. And now we need to see, has he done enough to jump Farmer? Let's see. Going the wrong way. There we go. Go the right way. Here comes Ruan. So obviously we knew he was not going to capitalize on jumping Ruan or jumping Heyman. The question is, will he be able to jump Farmer? Has he made enough time to actually do that? That would be absolutely insane. And no, he is still stationary in the pits. It's showing that he's cleared, but he's leaving the pits now. Well, no, he's taken tires, so Farmer has gone through. Now the question will be, will he be a touch closer? Andre has come through as well. Oh no! And he left the race. Sunjin got a stop-go 30 and decide to call the race. That is not the way to do it. That is just not the way to enter the pits. Probably either went too quick in or he went too quick out, but Sunjin has pulled the cord and decided to ejecto mundo out of the race. So we are now down to 19 drivers. 2 drivers are left to pit, which is Ferrara and Veranos. Don't really understand the strategy here with going this long into the race, because you have compromised yourself carrying all of that fuel when you could have run 50-50, because no matter what time you pit, you are taking 25 seconds worth of fuel in the car. So we have got Heineke in P1. We've got Heyman P2, Farmer P3, Serodio P4. He's jumped the Jager, who is now P7. Kalen P8. Avar P9. Then Wayne Ferreira P10. Agulhas P11. Van der Heever 12. We have lost one of the Ferraras. There's only 2 Ferraras left. We have lost Terrence. Oh no! Where did Terrence go? Terrence, that's no bueno. Why you run away? Let's see if we can find any battles around the track. We've got Ari here, who's circulating in P18 after he had to fix a whole lot of front end on that BMW. If you can read this, then you are too close. I think that's what it said. I think so. We'll have to check that again on the back of that Aston. The field seems to have gotten a little bit spread out. So you've got P11 and P12. That seems to be about the only close battle currently on field. Oh no, Terrence has not left the building. Terrence is P1. Ha! He has not pitted. My bad. Being stupid. Ha! Call it late night brain fade. Terrence is sitting in P1. Don't know what Terrence's plan is here. Is he going to run to the end and then in theory do splash and dash 25 seconds? I guess it's a strategy. Bold one at that, but it's a strategy. And that goes the same for Veranos in that Mustang. The boy's been circulating every single lap. Lucas is sitting pretty in P. Woo! Woo wee! Lucas giving us slight heart attacks. Why have we got? Oh, Verona's made a mistake. He has decided now is the time to pit. He's made a slight mistake there. Make sure he enters the pit at the right speed. Cameron Thompson still going about his business here in P15, which is not bad for him to just, keep circulating. Okay, Ruan now moves into P2 with Veronos jumping into the pit. So now he is left purely with Terrence in P1 that still needs to pit. Then he will take over the lead of the race. Then we've got Divan sitting in P3 at the moment. Jason still in P4, 4 seconds behind Heyman. So Rodeo, which is a further 8 seconds behind Farmer. So he's just going to keep it clean, keep it steady, and he should get a nice little top 5 finish here for Rodeo. Then you've got Diago sitting in P6, which will be net P5, which will be quite nice for him. Then you've got Mawa, who really hasn't done that bad. That's really going to be a decent result for Mawa. Okay, Veronos is out the pits. And he comes out behind Ari, but Ari is obviously in P17. Veronos is going to be in P9 behind Avar, Mr. Tokyo Drifto. Okay, let's have a look here. Terrence, Daniel, Grueling, Sheldon is going, and he and Rob, they are nice and close here. They seem to be having a little bit of a good battle here for the last couple of laps. Will Rob be able to channel his inner Griffin and get past Mr. Agolas? Keeping an eye on Terrence there in P1, because I'm really wondering when is he planning on pitting. Ooh, Agolas runs wide. Rob is having a look, but he's going to be on the outside. That would be a brave move, going around the outside. No, he just pushes him wide, gives him room, but he runs wide. Aguilas keeps his position, and Pandeyeva has to try again. What is that? But I'm gonna do two. Nee, two. Hou op. And let's see, will Rob be able to, because they've got a little bit of back marker. Okay, the back marker jumps cleanly out of the way. That does give Rob a little bit of an advantage, so he can get a bit closer to Aguilas here. Terrence is still not in the pits. Terrence just keeps on going, but he's only 11 seconds ahead of Ruan, so Terrence is going to drop quite a lot of positions. I assume, whoa, VDV got a drive through, presumably for track limits. So Terrence, I think, is going to come out about 10th, ahead of Wayne. Terrence is finally in the pits. Let's go. Let's see where Terrence will fall, on the grid. Obviously, here comes P1. Ruan is coming through, takes back P1 from Terrence. With Mr. Divan Hyman following him about 5 seconds behind. And then you've got Farmer that set the fastest lap of the race, coming through in P3. He's only 4 seconds behind Heyman, so depending on how he goes, he might be able to catch up to Heyman. Then you've got Cameron there still circulating. Then you've got Rodeo in P4. Diago P5. Terrence is still in the pits. Ross coming through in 16th. Kalen taking over P6. What a result that would be for Kalen. So is Terrence is going to come ahead of Avar. So in theory, that has paid off. Oh, it's going to be close because Avar is going to be coming at full tilt. Terrence is busy leaving the pits, but it does seem like he's got it quite secure. So Avar is going to be quite a bit back unless Terrence makes a mistake here in the first couple of corners. He should have P7 pretty nicely secured and ready to go. And that is not too shabby. I expected a bit further down, close to 10th, roughly is what I was expecting for him, but not to be. Let's get back to Rob and Agulhas. These two have been going at this now for a good couple of laps. Boys have got 11 minutes left to settle the issue here between them. I don't even know who to put my money on. You know, I'm a Mustang fan. So my heart is telling me Mustang, but man, Suzuka, my brain is telling me 296. See, Agulhas is placing that Mustang just where it needs to be, just to ensure he avoids any dive bombs from Van der Heever behind him.
Wat nou met het plan? Huh?
Maar ek is ook wel dit is op die. Nee, maar nou Juju. Nee, dis die Juju tyd. Wat is pa? When is no problem? Nee, maar nou. Okay, 9 minutes to go here. Let's see what these two can do. Let's watch these boys bring it home for the last 8 minutes of this race. Ruan, I think, has got this sewn up and ready to just go home and collect his silverware for the day. Amelia. Robert's going for it. Ooh, this is getting spicy. Jy moet nou lê en jy moet nou slaap. Maak toe jou oë. Maak toe jou oë. Rob has made a mistake and has dropped back from Agulhas. Lena. Mock your weapon. Okay, let's see how the boys are doing here. I think Rob has possibly finally given up the ghost on trying to get past the Golas. Let's see how everyone else is doing. Ari is still sitting pretty in P17, not giving up to finish this race and bring it home. Then we've got Veronos sitting pretty in P9. I think that's a very decent recovery from him after the mistake that he made earlier. Then we've got Avar in P8, Mr. Drifto. He's really just, since then, kept it clean and damage limitation. So bringing it through in P8, which is really not bad. Terrence, I mean, this guy literally was just driving around on track today and collecting positions without having to pass anyone seriously on track. So, nicely going, just keep it up. Don't put it in the wall in the last 5 minutes. Don't do what I normally do. Pace P6, I think that is a fantastic result at the moment for him. Haven't seen him racing on PC for so long, so this is a very decent result for him to be putting this through. Ross P16, that stop go 30 absolutely destroyed his race. Sadly so, the guy, at least he is trying to finish the race, which I guess in the end that is the important. Whoop, as he gives us a little tail waggle there just to say, I see what you boys are talking about. Cameron Thompson got hooked up by the game at the start and got teleported back to the pits and started from pit lane. Good recovery, sitting there nicely in P15. We got Mr. VDV, who, I don't know, for some reason also got teleported back to the pits as the race started and basically has gone 2 laps down and has just been circulating, trying to race and finish this race off, which is not bad. Lucas in P14 for Mr. Ubad. Ulrich steadily sitting there in P5. Kind of expected him possibly to be a little bit lower, so I think a P5 is a very realistically and good result for him for today. Andre, absolutely champion racing this from this man with his broken Ferrari after T-boning the one guy. So not a bad going for Andre, sitting there in P4. So hopefully he can hold on to that position. Sadly, he doesn't seem like he's got the pace here today to catch the front boys. Then you've got Farmer, first Mr. Grayling in P18, who again, being a very good backmarker and circulating and finishing his race. Hooking up on the curbs, going for a bit of a bounce. This is not Zolder. You don't need to be riding the curbs like that. Then you got Farmer, who put that very, shall we call it, harsh maneuver on Andre, but it was a good maneuver. Sitting in P3, I mean, he solidified that position quite nicely. He does look like he's been catching up to Divan Heyman, but I think Divan's probably just been taking it easy. I do not see that Farmer would be able to take 3 seconds out of him within the next 3 minutes. So there's possibly 2 laps left of the race. Then we've got Johnny in P13, one of the Ferraras. Then back with Mr. Consistent today, Ruan Heineke. This Oak lost the lead going into the first couple of corners, took it back in a lap or so later, and he has not looked back since. The man's been leading the charge from the front and has been doing so freaking fantastically. He has not put any wheels wrong, so he is being on the limit and just where he needs to be, which is great to see. We reckon we're going to have 2 more laps to go because he's not going to be able to slow down for the 30 odd seconds. So we'll have 2 more racing laps, so the lap and then 1 more to go after this one that they are starting now. Wayne sitting pretty there in P12, so really not a bad result. I wonder if between the Ferraras they've got bets on each other. Then back with old Rob and Agulhas. I mean, this fight is reigniting for the how manyth time in this race again. So I guess we'll watch them here, because they are kind of the only big battle on track as Ari moves out of the way very nicely there. Thank you very much, Ari. That's the way for a backmark to not interfere with. A very good going battle here. This is the fight for P10. So this is P10 and 11 fighting for their 10th place, which would be really just something sweet to receive for a hard day's work on track. I'm sitting here in silence because I'm just watching them in awe. I'm just enjoying this for a moment. Absolutely fantastic. This is just something to enjoy. Need to just keep an eye on with where Ruan is, because we obviously don't want to miss. So he's going to start the final lap with probably about 10 seconds left. It's gonna 20 seconds. He'll have 20 seconds left to start the final lap of the race. Let's go, Ruan.
Leaders on final lap now.
There we go, leaders on the final lap. These boys will have this lap and the next lap, so Rob's got a lap and a half to get this move done that he's been eyeing to do for the last 30 odd minutes. Oh, Gillis makes a mistake, runs wide, and he hands the position to Rob. Now, will Gillis be able to respond and be able to fight and get back that position? Or will Rob now have been released, and will he just drive away from Gillis? That's going to be the interesting question here now. Just want to see where Ruan is, because these boys obviously, they've still got a whole lap to go. Ruan is coming through the hairpin now, so what we'll do is we can follow these boys to the start finish line, then we will watch as they cross the finish line to ensure that we see everyone crossing. Now, does seem like Rob is pulled the cork and he is pulling away from all of these guys. Okay, woo, sideway action from Cameron. Now we're looking for P1. P1, here we go. We are with the race leader. He is coming through for the final time, coming through 130R, heading up to the final chicane. This man must be ecstatic, celebrating in the car already. Must be having an ice cold beer waiting for him as he crosses the line. So well done to Ruan and Griffith Sim Racing for absolutely dominating this race all 50 minutes long. So well done to Ruan. Devon Haven bringing it home in P2 with Farmer right up his backside in P3. Then you've got Johnny Ferreira bringing it home in P13. Then Andre Serrario bringing it home in P4 with his broken Ferrari, which doesn't look so broken no more. P5 goes to Ulrich Diago, which is a fantastic result for Ulrich. Then another Griffin teammate comes through, Lucas Hubert. He's about to bring it across the line for another Griffith's position. There we go. VDV pulls into the pits. He's decided, I've had enough of this now, and he's going to finish the race. Cameron Thompson crosses the line for P15 with Ross right up his backside for P16, and Kalen brings it home for P6. Then you've got Daniel Gerling coming home in P19, Terence bringing home P7, and Avar, Mr. Tokyo Drift, taking a very weird line there through that final chicane, coming home in P7, and Veronos bringing home a top 10 finish, P8. Absolutely fantastic, and well done to you, man. That is a great result. Then we've got Rob, who on the penultimate lap got past Aguilas and has held on to that P9 position. So Rob coming through for his P9 and a top 10 finish. Aguilas bringing it home in P10. Fantastic drive. He might be a little bit upset with himself for giving away that position on the penultimate lap, but that was a good race and good results. Let's see if there's anyone still left. So Ari is going to come through. Well done to Ari for taking P15, and Wayne coming through for P11. Then I think that is it for the boys. There we go. Thank you very much for the racing, guys. Enjoy. Thank you for watching the stream. I will catch all of you guys next week again. Same place, different track. And we'll have more fun at Donington, which will be ice cold but dry.